show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. A special second show today. Of course, the ProveX sacrifice is live. We had two scenarios. One, it was going to be stable coins, Ethereum, multi-chain. The other one was going to be Richard Cause, like Pulse, PulseX, Hex Incentive. Well, it's not the Richard Hard Cause. It is the stable coins and Ethereum and other things like that on multiple chains. So a wide net has been set, and of course it's got many of the same attributes of a sacrifice process that we saw with Pulse and PulseX, and make the whales compete, all that good stuff. So we're going to check that out today. We're also going to check out the actual results so far. I think it's been up for around about an hour and a half since Richard Hart posted it, so we're going to get into all that as well. But before we do, don't forget to repost the show on X. Just take a moment to hit the repost button. If you're new on YouTube or X, don't forget to smash the subscribe and follow. We're going to be covering this story moving forward, obviously. So pretty exciting there. We're going to break it all down. Now, there's a lot of the website I haven't seen, so we're going to be doing it live. But there's a few aspects I have been looking at, so kind of cool. I've been in the mix of something else. Otherwise, I would have started streaming almost straight away. It's such a big deal, right? So we also saw a flash sell-off because of the fact that you needed, Ethereum and stables and stuff like that. Maybe some people also not happy about it, selling down as well. So we saw lots of multiple counts selling down the charts, over 30%. So we're going to get into all that too. Quite high drama as well. So let's get into it. We got a bit of fun to go here. I'm going to be streaming for maybe about 45 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll obviously cover this tomorrow as well. But let's get into it, folks, without further ado. Let us get into the mix there. Let me just pull up Richard Hart's posts, and we'll go from there. So let's start off with the top there. I think that was the first one. And let's get into the first post. So let's do that now. Bam, here we go. All right, so we had Richard put this out. This was just a little while ago, like I say, maybe about an hour and a half ago. And he said, just went live on ProveX.info. So info was the end hook there. And of course, there's the contract there, OXAF 1022. We'll come back to that in a minute. You are sacrificing your coins to make a political statement, says Richard. You believe in capitalism, the removal of middlemen, and replacing trust with proof. You're sacrificing your coins to prove you are serious about this belief. You have no expectation of profit from the work of others. You understand that your sacrifice can be sold and you will receive no benefit from it. Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD Tether, these are the preferred tokens. Solana, XRP, and BNB, Tron, Doge, ADA, Hyperliquid, Link, BCH, XLMM, Stellar, Litecoin, Dash, XMR, AVAX, Zcash, and many other coins from many other networks are accepted. You can't game the system with illiquid coins. So there we go. You can't game the system with illiquid coins. No sacrifices will be credited from the Pulse Chain network for anything. So no sacrifices will be credited from the Pulse Chain network for anything. That is the big statement there. No Pulse, no PulseX, no incentive token, no Hex, no EHEX will be credited from any network. A whole lot of people are going to post angrily that what they wanted to sacrifice, they're not allowed to. It's okay. The rate increases quickly and the sacrifice is over quickly. This maximizes fairness across all networks. The max bonus is 3x. There's a leaderboard. Rate increases start in about 21 days. So you got 3 weeks. What might be airdrop for free for those what might be airdrop for free to those addresses noticed approving their belief in this political statement. So, what will you get there? What other tokens should be added and what networks? So there we go. And he posted a few little clips of the site there with the sacrifice window and also the results at that time. So it started off at 0 when he posted it, and now it's got some money in it. So we're going to go through that. Get into the chat there. Let me know what your thoughts are. I think there's been a stream on already, at least one, and also some X Spaces probably. So get in there, let us know what you think about that either on X or on YouTube. That's the first post there. He did post below that. This is the last post of this thread. Do not fall for imposters. Do not fall for fake support. Do not fall for wallet drainers. Do not fall for fake dApps. When you connect, if you see this warning, you can click X on it. This warning should disappear in 6 hours. It's an artifact for them to re-own, having its name changed from Mr. Prove to ProveX. It has no effect on the function. So there we go. That is it on that one. Now let's jump out of that. That was the two posts, and that's kicked it off. So ProveX.info is live. We're going to come to it in a minute. Subsequent to that, he has put out these other posts. So we're going to go to the top there. 1 hour ago, he said it takes a couple of hours for the data collector to get the time-weighted average price and show it on the leaderboard. I wouldn't be surprised if they allow DAI, WrapD, USD Tether, USDC, SAX on Pulse Chain Network. So that is the play there, and that was at 3 o'clock. So that was an hour and 20 minutes ago, and that caused probably part of the big sell-off that we saw there into those tokens. Richard Hart said, neat, the recent tab is closer to real time. So the recent tab looking like it's got the amounts of money coming in there as well. And then Richard Hart said, look, this guy just threw his hex away and will get no credit. Don't be like this guy. And so what did he put in there? 10 million hex. Oh, my gosh. Oh, $13,600 gone. OMG. So don't be that guy for sure. It doesn't feel like there's going to be any sympathy for that one there. So that is what's come out from Richard Hart so far. That is the latest and greatest. Now, let's go to the website. And, of course, let's check that out. So ProveX.info. And here we are. We've got some toggles, dark mode on. Yeah, and this is the homepage here. So this is on the results. So this first page is a little shield up here. You are sacrificing your coins, obviously, ProveX. And let's look at the results so far. Let me do a refresh. So it's 8,300 when I took a snapshot there. It was after about an hour and a quarter, that result. And so presumably that's gone up. Now, I'm not necessarily expecting a big number straight out of the gate. We may get a big number building up is probably the way I think it might happen here. Oh, it looks like the site's gone down. I don't know what's my internet, but we'll see. We've got rain fade at the moment, so, rain fade sometimes can, hopefully it's not affecting the live stream either. Let's see here. Yeah, it just starts raining, so we've got rain fade with the old Wi-Fi. Let me see this just set up here. Let me just wait for that to rate to go. There we got only crypto in the house there. How long have you got to sacrifice? Well, it's going to be several weeks. The first 3 weeks is the same rate. We're just about to talk about that now. So a lot of the stuff I haven't actually looked at straight out of the gate. So after an hour and a quarter, we had about 8,000 registered. Remember, it's trying to keep up to date. Now it's 26,500. And so we're about an hour and a half or so into it now, and it's up to 26,500. Total points 263,000. Total sacrifices 251. So there's 250 sacrificed so far. 402 unique tokens have been, from the looks of it, may have been accepted. We've got 24 networks in the place. I don't know if that's the total amount that is acceptable there. And you've got a little button here. So that says 620. So yeah, that's updated now. Now, time until rate increases begin is 20 days. So only crypto, 20 days, 20 hours, and 38 minutes and 20 seconds there, counting down. Rate per 10,000 points. So you get 10,000 points there as well. So let's look at the old Zoom there. Let me go to the big screen and we'll pull that up a little bit there. So let's make that a little bit bigger. But we can see that day one, we've got day one here, and it's going to tick over. So what do we got there? Amount $26 bonus, less than 3x bonus there, volume. So it looks like you got a 3x bonus there on your points. That continues all the way through from day one, and all goes all the way through to the 4th of December, the end of the beginning, I guess, of the 4th of December there, UTC time. So what's that, 3 weeks? And then it will start stepping up day after day there, and it's going to continue up on the rate there. So it's going up, what did it say, by 6.25? 6.25% increase per step. So you're going to get less points per step there, and it keeps going up there on the bonus, less than 3x, going all the way. What day here we got here? So this ends This ends on the 6th of January 2026. So it is quite long, going quite long. And day 55, guys, day 55. So the cost will go up, right? So the cost is going to go up there quite a bit. Just looking at the chart here. Let me have a look there. And yeah, so once it gets to this last date, and it flips over from the 5th of January, it's going to go to a flat rate of 75%, and then it will just step up from there all the way through to day 60, essentially. So 60 days, it looks like. That's on the linear. Let's go to the log. That's the log on it. So yeah, what have we got there? I'm just trying to read the sideways here. We've got sacrifice end. Yeah, so 60 days, guys, 60 days. I think that answers your first question there. 60 days, but you want to get in the first 21 days to get the best rate, essentially. Only crypto there says everything has dropped. Well, the argument is that it depends on the value of the assets too. So I think it's based on US dollars, right? So, if those tokens pump in the end of the year, then, let's say they pump into this zone towards, the end of November, then you probably get a lot better bang for your buck, right? Yeah, so based on that, that's just $1. Yeah, cost $1. So once you get into the outside this first 21 days, which runs through to the 3rd of December, you then instead of costing $1, you then it's going to cost you up 6.5%. So the first day is going to be $1.06 in the quarter. Then it's going to go $1.12.89, etc. And it's just going to continue to go up there on that one. So there we go. Points and sacrifice. We've got the leaderboard. It looks like we've got the early players in there. 280,000 points from the first one. Second one there, 45,000 points. US dollar value with a couple of years. I guess it's not really updating yet, is it? From the looks of it. Number one there, 2.27x. They got little badges, little military badges, kind of cute, and so forth. So yeah. So what did you got? Everything has dropped 25%. It was over 30%. It was over 30% only crypto. So yeah, it was quite dramatic. Does it make a difference if you get in a bit later? Well, no, it doesn't really. Not in the first 3 weeks. And presumably, if you get an appreciation in the assets in the US dollars, then if it happens towards the end of November, you'll get more points. So it's not going to be so easily manipulated because it's general market assets, right? Probably be smart to wait until everything rise up in price again. Yeah, that's right. Hex Freedom and House there. Love you, suit man. You deserve this best thing on the planet. Your time in the past years. I wish you don't mention Ricardo anymore. He is not for us. Everything he does is for himself. Yeah. Hey, look, I mean, crypto is like that. Hex Freedom. You either like something. There's a lot of people disappointed. Now, there's a big difference to when the sacrifice is on. So I did want to talk about some of those things. So that is the sacrifice rate at the moment. That's the early results. Obviously, we'll keep track of that. You can come back to the video if you want to remind yourself what they were. We've got the recent activities. Apparently, these updates a lot faster. So you can see most of the stuff's on Ethereum, $26,400 on Ethereum. Very little at the moment registered, at least, on any of these other chains right now. It will probably take a little time for that to sort of spread before we start seeing some numbers come through on a lot of these chains. Ethereum, of course, is the low-hanging fruit there, and we can see the different chains here. So we've got ETH here. I guess it's the tokens coming through. So we've got 71 pages, I think there's 71 pages. So we can do 100, see if that refreshes. And you've got ETH and stuff coming through there. Largely ETH. So it looks like largely ETH at the moment. And yeah, like if the prices increase around here for the assets, then yeah, you're going to get better dollars for your buck because it costs $1, right? So if we do get a rally, because that's what Tom Lee's expecting, right? He thought the first 2 weeks would be choppy in November. That's what we've seen. We're coming up, still got a couple of days left in the first half. And then if we get that recovery rally into the second half, then, that would make, next week onwards kind of quite friendly, or this weekend onwards quite friendly. And that would mean a much better dollar value there. But, you get early FOMO. Now, what's the results going to be after 24 hours? It's kind of what we're going to want to see straight out of the gate. It's, presumably if it's registering fairly quick, that's sort of quite low. I know the clock says 20 hours and 20 minutes, 20 days and 20 hours, but it was only, launched an hour and 45 minutes ago from Richard. So Richard only posted an hour and 45 minutes ago. So that's kind of some of the things. Now let's have a quick look at the individual section. So you got all the stuff there. There is a sacrifice dashboard. I don't know that down there that doesn't seem to be working. Now there is the actual person. So if you're actually going to sacrifice, it's this little person button. You can then connect up your wallet, view sacrifices for any address, and you can also view them and connect your wallet to see sacrifices there. And of course, people are after those points, right? The points. So that's pretty much that. There's nothing much else on here. And there's nothing about Mr. Prove technology that I can see so far, unless Richard's going to post that later on. There doesn't seem to be anything about the technology itself. So there we are. Let's have a look at what happened to the market, though. So Pulse Chain, we'll do a refresh here. Now, you guys know we were trying to hold above that 2,700 mark on our upward channel, right? But of course, if this scenario played out, we had two scenarios. One, it was going to be Richard Hart cause, and the other one was going to be it wasn't going to be Richard Hart cause. Well, we got the wasn't going to be Richard Hart cause, which makes sense from Richard's point of view because he can use that capital to do, arguably pump the charts or whatever he's going to do with it, right? So that's the way to look at that. On the other hand, you still had the cause, and you could have, got rid of a lot of the cause. You could have created FOMO in the cause, and then prices go up. Would have gone arguably the opposite direction, right? So now you've got delayed gratification, no expectations, all the rest of it. Those are the principles of Richard Hart, right? So we got the price here sitting at down 23.3%. It was down over 30% on Pulse. It's currently at 22.9. So we went down to the second level, right? We wanted to avoid 22. But of course, when people are sacrificing with those coins, now some of the people selling would have been, maybe getting triggered on the limit orders, big players selling out because they don't believe in this whole process. People and seeing that other people will sell out, right? So other people are going to sell to enter the sacrifice that they're going to sell, right? So you got lots of these reasons why people would sell, and so forth. Maybe Richard sells. Richard sells. Who knows? So lots of potential people could be selling, and of course we saw multiple wallets sell down the chart. PulseX at the moment is down at 14.3, down 25% right now. It's the buy and burn's gone up a little bit too, so it's probably getting supercharged right now. We had $20,000 worth of buy and burn in the last 24 hours. So that's going to be supercharged, I guess, today as well. So then we got Ink Token at below $1, down 23.7 cents. So it was about $1.09 or something like that. It's now 88 cents. Hex at the moment, if you want to pick up the Hex, super cheap right now, down 25%. But some people say, well, was it going to be selling down all week? We will find out. And that may depend on, how many people, are keen on putting their tokens on this. So very important there. We're going to come back to another point. So hold horses there. At the moment, this is the trending screen that we always cover. PX of 402 is the only one that seems to be up, and I believe that's going to be a perpetual trading platform. Question mark there. Fetch Oracle, pretty flat. Other than that, everything is pretty much down right now. Let's have a look at the stuff. So Ink at the moment, coming back a little bit, 90 cents. But interesting, a lot of the coins are down, and so on. So, SolidX is at $1.33. That was down way lower. So some of them are recovering. Peacock right now at 12 cents. 1.2 cents. Always get the zero there. We got Vouch at the moment, the big validator, down 25%, 2,700. So there's lots of opportunities there as well. And the key is which ones are going up versus Pulse. Which ones, or at least which ones will bounce back in their Pulse ratio, right? That's the other side of it. So it's going to be an interesting couple of days, guys. Expect it to be choppy. We've broken down that line there, so it's very important. Let's go to the Pulse chart, and then we're going to look at for two different reasons. So let's have a look at the Pulse chart right now. And delayed gratification again. Now, we could see capital, after in the new year. Are we going to see capital cycle back? Are we going to see any alternative God mode candle before the end of the year, regardless of the sacrifice process going? I mean, there's lots of possibilities. But let's just look at where it is right now on the chart here. This is the daily chart. We can see this wick. Look at this wick. It's pretty miserable. We had this nice little channel. It was showing weakness, though. We kept testing this 2,700 all the time. And then, of course, the sacrifice today, bam, broke down there. Now, the question is, is this going to recover? Is this going to continue to chop down, right? Once we wick down here, typically what we see, if we don't get like a 2/3 the way back and then start grinding back up, we typically see this get sold back down towards that wick. That is the fear over the next few days, right? So that is the bearish scenario. And so just, let's see how that plays out. But certainly you're getting a pretty good rate at this level. And if it does do that, we came down all the way down here to 2,000 on Pulse. Remember that our previous low here was around 1670. So yeah, and we've just busted up this. Now, obviously if we get a day close, we could get a day close back over. If we got a day close back over 2,700, that'd be pretty bullish, I think. But you always got people out there decide, maybe they're deciding the first few days, and they're big players. Am I going to sell and go into the sacrifice as well? Now, there's a couple of strategies that people can do, right? So people can sacrifice, people can buy at Richard Cause, people can just hodl and benefit from people sacrificing. They have to go through the volatility, though. There's lots of different strategies people can play, and they are playing it. The other thing that we're going to say about this is let's go back all the way back, shall we? And let's go to the weekly candles, and let's have a look at this. Let's get rid of the overlays because they're a bit busy. But we had pulse chain launch here. I'm going to have to go to the hex chart, I think. I haven't actually set this up for that, but let's go to the hex chart. Let me get out of here, and let's go find hex. I might go to X hex here, 1.2. No, we want to go to the E hex one. We've got the hex on here at the moment, have I? It's not on this browser. Let me just pick that up on another screen here. Hopefully I've got it ready available. I might have actually on my watch list, actually. You might go to that too. So just give me a second. Trying to find the V1, actually. Is this still working? Let's have a look. Give me a moment. All right, let's go back to my watch list. I'm pretty sure I got it on here. I haven't got it on this one either. All right, let's go back to... All right, that's not opening up my old screen. So let me go back to this one, and let's see if we can find it on here. All right, we'll get there in a second, guys. All right, let's pull it up. All right, that'll do. Bam. All right. Scroll down there. Let's go to the weekly chart. Let's go full screen. And we'll go all the way back. All the way back here. So, at the end of we had very high hex prices. So we had good value. People were pretty wealthy still, right? We're still in this zone. And then we come into the 28th of December, 28th December for Pulse X sacrifice, right? And so we had the 28th, and that ran through into February, right? I think it was February 28th, if I remember rightly, or 27th. And so what was that period? Let's see if we put it. I can't put a little chart on this one again. Oh, yes, I can. Let's do let's do some little charting exercises here. So where we go, the end of December, so about there into about there. So that there was kind of the Pulse X sacrifice. Hex was still doing pretty well, up around 23 cents for Hex on Ethereum. And so people were pretty wealthy, right? And we ended up getting, I think it was $1.1 billion, if I remember rightly, in the sacrifice set. And so, 1.1 billion was pretty good. We were obviously early in the year in July. Through here, we had the Pulse Chain X, as well. And of course, we have the charts running up with all the parabolics, 13 parabolics. And then we had the, and I think it was May, July, somewhere in here. We had the Pulse Chain sacrifice, and then we had the Pulse X one, right? So people were pretty wealthy. It was the top of the market. This time, we've got the sacrifice, and Pulse Chain cores not quite at the bottom. Well, they're almost back there, but they're at the bottom at the time. And the sentiment in the market, even with Pulse Chain, maxis, is not the same. So we saw a poll today We saw a poll today where it's more like 50-50. So we're going to see a lot of people, sacrifice that 50% probably. I think we had 40% plus 10% maybe. So, we might see about 50-50 there sacrifice. So, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Let me know your thoughts on that in the chat. Let's come here. Monkey Business says whales finally gave up defending the $1 ink. Yeah, well, Firewhale was number 3 on the whale there before the X game pump. I think some rotation from there and obviously Solid X. We'll see what happens here. When will ProveX be launched on Pulse and a DEX screen? Well, I presumably at the end is the idea. So you're talking about in the 2026, I would say. Or maybe before that, actually. We'll talk about that in a minute. Not sacrificing, says DL. I believe in removing middlemen, but I don't believe in capitalism enough, says DL. That's pretty funny, dude. It's pretty fun. We got, can I sacrifice my socks, says Goss David. I don't know. Are you going to sell them first? I guess you have to sell them for the right capital to be able to do that. And then Monkey says RH is the middleman. Yeah. So we're going to get a lot of different opinions about that. Obviously, we got 2 different time periods, right? If you were back in the Hex zone, you were pretty wealthy, even after the top, right? Even after the top at 56 cents or 52 cents, depending on where you want to take it from. It was really 52 in my opinion. But you've still got the Pulse X sacrifice back here as well. So it's people a lot not feeling super wealthy even with the pullback there, whereas that's makes it very different now, right? So you're getting a lot of people probably not that keen, right? So that's some of the stuff that we've seen happening there. So yeah, we're down at 1281 now on PX there. So it is what it is, as they say. It is what it is, and we saw some big money go through the Pulse chain and Pulse X sacrifices, right? It was pretty huge. So, and a lot of that's still sitting with Richard Hart, and which was in Ethereum, right? It was in DAI and in Ethereum, and so it is what it is. So let's quickly see if he's got any other updates right now. How successful this will be. Let me know in the chat how much money you think will be raised during this period. Let's go back to the site here. Let's do a refresh. We're at $26,479. But let's do a refresh and see where we end up here. All right. Yeah, so Pulse Chain sacrifice. It was pretty good. Was it 650 million? I think it was, and it was for last for about 30 days or so. Let's just wait for this to refresh here. So it lasts for about 30 days. I think it ended in August or something. It had a big tail end, but essentially ended in August. So I think it's back here somewhere. Somewhere in there, somewhere in that period there. So it's like Pulse Chain. Let me just drag that down. This is why I hate doing the pictures from it. But anyway, that's kind of where we are. Where we were on the Pulse Chain sacrifice. That's the Pulse X sacrifice, and so everyone was pretty wealthy. Pretty upbeat. But now you're doing a sacrifice down here, and you're not doing obviously doing hex and stuff, but you are doing. Your audience is primarily still your people, right? Still the Pulse Chain people, Pulsekins. There will be other people, don't get me wrong. But it's down here right now. If we get an uplift, of course, in the second half of November, as a lot of people expecting, Tom Lee, for example, then we'll probably get an uplift in the sacrifices, right? It's just a function of your feeling of wealth. So it's going to be pretty interesting. All right, so we've got another post out here. Have we? Another post? One of the things people really like about new coins is less people being able to dump them on their heads. Now, the token is supposed to, the ProveX token is supposed to be burnable, right, from all the transactions, and that relies on a lot of people using it, and a lot of teams applying it with their applications. We've always seen Pulse, Liberty Swap, and others sort of talk about that they'll apply the technology. One cool way to achieve that is to make it harder to get the coins. I feel the feeling of a chart that makes new all-time highs and often instead of new all-time lows. And one of the ways to help achieve that is for sellers to no longer have things to sell and buyers to have be able to buy quite low. Buying the bottom is more fun than buying the top, I hear. Anyway, random market thoughts there. So that is from Richard. This guy so Scripty Steve says, "Yep, fully convinced this is not Richard Hart tweeting on his account anymore." Oh, you actually understand this post. So that is from Richard just now, and some of the latest stuff. All right, let's go back to the Prove site. Let's do a refresh. It's probably rain fade that's causing it to have some trouble. Let me just retry that again. We got some more comments. Let's see. We got FM based is Liberty Swap not working? Should be working. Shouldn't have any problem with that. Didn't seem to have any problems. I'm not surprised that you said that. I'm not sure why the website's not refreshing all the time. I'm not aware of a Liberty Swap being down at all. I don't believe they got liquidity issues. Would be the only way they'd get tested on that FM based on the Liberty Swap. Let's go to Liberty Swap where they are. Actually, let's go check them out. Right. So we got some stuff here. Let's go have a look, see what we got there. Gas prices are probably high, right? So gas prices will be the issue. So that when they do have this FM base, when they do have high gas prices, that does delay the transfers, I think. So that might be an issue that might be facing. Let's have a look on this here. We'll post that. What else we got here? So we've got ProveX there. They bite your tongue and sponsor all transactions. So they got high gas prices there. I don't know if they've got any comments on that right now. Friend, if you have stablecoins, please let us borrow some on the Pulse chain side for a few hours. This could help ease the pressure on the network. So there we go. So they're probably having a few issues there. If I send 50,000, we send 10,000 back. Yes, 100,000 PDI, same value. That's pretty funny. Trying to use ETH to buy PHEX, but just isn't working. Is the system down? No, ETH works well, they said. Got some P stables. So that's from them. What else we got going on there with the comments? I think we had. Scroll back up here. We got there. We still have plenty of ETH on the Pulse chain side, so moving funds using ETH. So it looks like they might be setting some stuff up for that. Our stablecoin backup fund on Pulse chain has run out. So there we go. So the stablecoin backup fund has run out, while the Pulse chain main bridge has stopped processing. So while the Pulse chain main bridge has stopped processing, ETH to Pulse chain asset transfers are still working. So if you're doing ETH to Pulse chain, that's still working. We have to wait for the funds to arrive from the bridge. So, that's, an extreme event has even challenged Liberty Swap's set up there because of liquidity. So it doesn't seem the gas prices are too out of the moon right now. Let's go to the gas prices, have a quick look at those. We've got 39 million beats right now on Pulse chain, guys. 39 million beats. Wow. So let's have a look at the gas prices on the gas there. 10 million beats are showing up here right now. 10 cents for a PulseX swap at the moment. So yeah, we've got high gas prices. Liberty Swap there looks like they've run out of stable points. People have been flooding either risk off, into stable coins or doing trades. So yeah, people got to buy, sell the stables, I guess. We still have plenty of ETH on the Pulse chain side, so moving funds using ETH. So that's what they're doing there. Good observation, though. What else? Gas is cooling down. Well, hopefully it's going to cool down. Should cool down. What else there? Gas spike. What do we got here? Our stablecoin backup. The gas spike has basically made the Pulse chain main bridge useless for now. The network upgrade is badly needed to fix this kind of gas issue. So there we go. I guess was prior. I think we looked at that earlier. Transactions are clearing now. The gas spike has settled and the main bridge is unclogged. So there we go. So that should give them hopefully liquidity for people to buy into stables. Bridge, our stablecoin fund. What else have they got going? I think that's it. So we'll try to check on that. Meanwhile, I'm trying to do an update of the ProveX wish us well here. And let's have a quick look at the pulse chain cores while we're at it. Got some more comments in here. Monkey Business says Bitcoin is not looking good. It is in a bearish divergence overall. This week is critical. We might be looking at full-blown bear market. The last RH sack was the bear market start. Yeah, I don't know if his sack will be determining that, but I'm still pretty bullish about where Bitcoin is going by the end of the year. When prices tank fast, no swaps work correctly. Yeah, that's true. Well, some of the separate dexes, like 9mm, is probably doing okay. So that's probably working okay. Hi all, we've got Blair in the house. Good to see you, Blair. So we're down 15% now. So we're over 30%. So we're back up at almost 25,000. So we're getting a bit of a rebound here on the charts for Pulse Chain. We've got some of the other ones down here as well. So they are doing what they're doing. What's PDI right now? PDI to $1. Well, PDI is down 21%, so it's not holding its peg. It's not holding its pegged. Make sure you're fully pegged, everybody. But it's not pegged. All right, so that is that. I'm still trying to get the ProveX site back up. So let's go have a look. Hopefully that's going to be updating in time. Liberty Swap is doing their best, no doubt, to get that. Hope that they're struggling with the bridge. They need the bridge to get up. They are a bridge, but they're struggling with get the bridge fund. Hey, look, stream events. Stream events there. They're set up for ordinary business, not for extreme events. But it happens. Yeah, so if you typically, probably 9mm is probably doing okay because it's sort of separated, second largest DEX, right? Maybe some of the maybe PHUX is working okay, the balance of fork. Maybe what's the other one from Coast? What's that one? Just forgotten the name of it right now. Top of my head. Yeah. All right, let's see. Sorry, guys, the website's just not popping up here. Let's give it another go. Come on, you can do it. I think we got it back, guys. I think we got it back. The rain has stopped fading, but the rendering is taking its time. It's a global attack. It's a global attack. Let's give it a refresh one more time. We're almost there, though. This is better. Hey, yeah, let's give it a clap. That's well deserved of a clap. Maybe we clapped too soon. Oh, damn, we clapped too soon. Loser. We're in Loserville here on ProveX. No, we're taking our time. So yeah, we got some things happening. Richard Hart there is putting out the sell plug. But we've got we've got two different things going on, right? So here, people are wealthy with Hicks. Now people, the portfolios are all down. People are waiting for capital to flow, and things have been going very positive this year. But we're down the bottom there. Now he's not asking for these tokens, of course. He's asking for non-pulse chain cores, right? So that is but the audience is largely pulse chain people. They're the ones that are bullish, and if they're holding most of Richard coins, now a lot of people hold a lot of other coins, but it's certainly going to be interesting to see what the total amount of a sacrifice will be. Then let us know in the chat there what you think it will be. I had a number I gave up yesterday in the strategy club, but you let me know what you guys think the total amount of sacrifice will be over that period of time once we get the site back up. I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe it's being overloaded. Maybe it's being a bit overloaded by people refreshing it. Stop refreshing the site. Trying to use this damn thing for live streaming. Come on, guys. There's probably 10,000 people out there that are all like hitting the refresh button right now. It's like 6. Now there's about 10,000 I think wallets that use Pulse Chain a day, if I remember rightly. I know people often talk about the audience, Pulse Chain audience being about 150,000. Some people think it's higher, maybe 250,000, but that's all based on the old PulseX days, Pulse Chain days when we had the sacrifices. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we've got Hex recovering a little bit on the hourly. This is Hex. This is eHex. Look at that recovery. What a steal. People were picking it up, guys, on that bottom for 1/10 of a penny. That's pretty awesome. So good stuff there. Not me, because I'm on live stream. Wasn't me. So that is happening right now. Let's have a look at the Richard cores. While we're waiting for this website to repopulate, let's give it another go. Come on, we believe in you. We've got the screen. Come on. Let's go all the way, guys. Let's go all the way. Damn it. It's nothing worse than trying to live stream something and it doesn't pop up, doesn't render. I've just got to get a gap between all the refreshing. I feel a bit like Sommy right now. I feel a little bit like Sommy. We need to be fully pegged. Damn it. Sommy, mail me some pigs. Need some magical pigs from Sommy. But this is where we're at. We're ticking through. Come on, you got to render, for goodness sake. We're crying out loud. We can do it. Let's play as a team. That's crazy. It's crazy. I hope he needs to up his service. Come on, Richard, up your service. He will say it's not my problem. So it's your problem. Your problem. All right, we're waiting for it to render. Let's see here. Let's see. VI says RH is genius. Take money and gone for the next bill. That's VI. You know, a lot of people hold that opinion. You know, you're either in two camps. You're either in the Richard Hart camps, and he's going to pump the charts, as he's kind of indicated in many posts, or you're in the other camp saying that it's just he takes the money and then leaves, or just does his own thing. I don't think the evidence to support the later case, honestly. So I think I'm in the first camp there. Not just because I live stream Pulse Chain every day, but because the evidence doesn't really just stack up for that. All right, we're trying to get this refresh, but it's causing us some trouble, guys. It's causing us trouble. I'm sorry about this. Is this the way it goes sometimes? Maybe we've got too much stuff open. I don't think so. It's pretty normal. Let's go to the. Let's have a look at the charts right now and see what is actually recovering on the hourly. Looks like we've got some incentive token is recovering. So someone said that earlier. That's back at $1.08. So it's recovering. Phoenix recovering quite early. P Tiger, recovering. Solana covering there. P0402, which was the top one before. Yoink, these are all recovering quite quickly. Investor. So interesting, the ones that are recovering there. Have a good little 17%. So yeah, Valiant says P-Dye leading the charge. P-Dye leading the charge, yeah. Well, it was down 22% before, so not sure what it's at now, but we got the old chart here. Let's refresh. Let's do refresh. We're back at 25.30, guys. So if we can get back at 27 and close the day 27, that'd be very bullish, Simon. That'd be very bullish. Because then people in Pulse Chain, they're going to say, well, I can't really contribute my assets. So maybe they just don't have the sentiment to sacrifice, or maybe they'll wait for later on. So we could have quite a volatile time on Pulse Chain, especially over this first couple of weeks, 3 weeks or so. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'll give one more refresh on the website. I do apologize, guys. We had the website up at the beginning, but I have to refresh it to get the latest results, unfortunately. And that's causing a dog's breakfast, apparently. There's probably millions of people. That'd be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? A million people were refreshing. No. Let's see if we can get this up and running. Let's make this the best live stream ever. Just get back the website back up and running. I'm sure it's probably working fine on other people's live streams. Damn them. They've probably got special upgrades, something like that. All right, that is crazy. Maybe it's my browser. Maybe my browser's having a silly dump or whatever. All right, come on. You can do it. Not even getting close. All right, let's refresh the old Richard Hart screen, and we'll see how we're getting on there. Let's see if he's got anything else there. So that was Richard. One of the best things people really like about new coins is less people being able to dump them on their heads. One cool way to achieve that is to make it harder to get the coins. I feel the feeling of a chart that makes new all-time highs often instead of new lows. So it's teasing there that it's going to be pumped up. It's a fixed supply at the beginning, right? It's going to be burned off through all the activity with the prove. And is he teasing that there's going to be nice little pumpaliciousness like Hex was? Is this a new Hex? And one of the ways to achieve that is for sellers to no longer have things to sell. And buyers to be able to buy quite low. Well, some people's strategy is to buy later on, right? So is Richard going to allow that? Is he going to allow the sacrifice, be able to buy the chart at better rates? Yeah, well, we'll see. Buying the bottom is more fun than buying the top, I hear. Well, apparently that's true. Anyway, random market thoughts, says Richard. All right, let's give this one more go as a team effort. I almost had it there, and then I refreshed again accidentally. That's terrible. All right, what else we got? Any other comments about that? I think that was it on the chat there. I got to be mindful of the time because there's some other. I might go on a little bit longer than I expected. Come on, ProveX. Come on, ProveX. All right, so let's do a refresh on the Richard Hart cause. Let's have a look at that. We got the EHEX there. Let me jump over to the tokens. What is rocking right now? Well, some unusual ones. Yoink, probably not surprising there. SCADA back up. Remember that 85% of SCADA is burnt, so it's getting a rebound. But what a sell-off on that. Brutal. There's some brutal stuff. People will be talking about this for years. Is PDI one of the SAC coins? No, I don't think any coins are any pulse chain coins are sackable. Someone sacked $13,500, 10 million hex, for goodness sake. Poor guy. Feel sorry for them. I know they should have read the instructions, but it still still sucks. Still sucks, right? That's horrible. Feel for the person. Come on, Richard, send the coins back. Make it a Christmas gift. Make it a Christmas gift. You can do it. You can do it. Damn it. We got the Valiant in there. Yeah, Valiant's excited. Always great to have Valiant in the chat. Get some. Come on. Is this happening? Let me know in the chat there if you guys are refreshing the site, provex.info, and this is happening to you. Let me know. Maybe it's Faster Abdul because he's probably on a live stream right now, probably refreshing this thing. Stop refreshing, Faster Abdul. I'm trying to do the stream. We had it at the beginning, guys. This is what's so annoying about it. I don't know whether it's something to do with my browser now or whether it's to do with the server or too many people or what. But it's a bit annoying, whatever it is. Let's refresh to Richard Hart, see if Richard Hart's got anything new. We got what else? Yeah, I think that's it at the moment. So, yeah, it's been going for a little while now. So, an hour and a quarter. So, we're now at 2 hours and 15 minutes now since it went launched. And it's just not rendering. Damn you. All right, so we can look at everything else except for the main site that's launched, except for the beginning of the video where we had it. But we are getting a bit of recovery on the charts for some of the tokens. Ink is doing the best for sure. Which is pretty interesting because it kind of underperformed, didn't it, Ink? So if we go back 90 days, Ink was okay. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Down for well, it's recovering now, right? So it's not giving us a good benchmark to where it was because it went down quite low. I think it was like down 88 cents or something when we first looked at it. 30 days, 17. So it's actually the best performer at the moment, but it wasn't the case, pretty sure. In 24 hours, so 15%. Yeah, so we're getting a bit of recovery there. Some people are snapping up the old RH cores. Valiant says the SAC broke the internet. Well, apparently it broke my internet. I don't know. It's a really annoying when you're live streaming, as you guys can appreciate. But I know you guys are all sympathetic. That this can happen sometimes when you're live streaming. Just the biggest piece of news that we've had in a long time. Well, is it bigger than? What's it bigger than? Is it bigger than? We've had X Game recently. We've had Liberty Swap. We've had it's the biggest because it's Richard Hart, right? So it's the biggest, and we've got 60 days. 60 days, haven't we? It's gonna chop all week, yeah, between these prices. Even though there's a recovery BTC and it's gonna fall, says Monkey Business. It's definitely gonna chop. I definitely agree with that. It's gonna be different big players can make it move up and down. Liquidity's pretty thin. Ink looks good, to be honest, says Valiant. Yeah, it's definitely looking like the stronger one for sure. It's got a lot of whales that were mining that stuff too, right? That were mining that stuff in the farms. What else? Let's go back to Liberty Swap. They seem to be doing some good stuff. They're trying to get the burn. Oh, the burn rate. Yeah, burned. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, the volume's going to be up. Yeah, I already mentioned that, though, didn't I, on the Go Pulse? Let's see if they've got any other updates there. I don't think they've got any updates there. We read them all. Burned. Yeah, look at that rate, that beat rate. I and my team are clearing all transactions now. So if you have got transactions going through Liberty Swap, looks like they are now being cleared with liquidity. Now the gas prices are down, that all that sort of stuff, so that's good news. Extreme event though, it's they weren't ready for it, so it sort of suggests that they're not in cahoots with Richard, although they very much align with the vision, and they're pretty amazing. So yeah, portfolio there. I'm not sure what that portfolio wallet there is, but that's a burn address, I guess. So yeah, massive gas price spike. So we had. Let's look at that. So there it is, coming down a little bit there. 6 cents for a PulseX swap right now. So it is coming down. I don't know if we've got any live bridge update there. Yeah, well, it's actually not too bad. We're at 90 before the live stream, so it's actually not to really change too much. That's kind of cool. All right, so that is that. Let's go back. And Ink is performing very well. What else is looking pretty good? PTC the Greys, not too bad. It's not too bad. World's greatest pre-dye printer. I always like to see which Phalanx is a good stress test. Indeed, yeah, for Ink. Yeah. As a stress, it survived. It survived it. Yeah, always like to see which tokens bounce the strongest, right? It's always kind of interesting. Which tokens bounce the strongest is kind of neat. Let's see if we can get this website up and running. Come on, let's do it. Damn you. worst coverage of ProveX ever. But we did have it up at the beginning, so we kind of got the beginning stuff right. It was $26,000, which is pretty early after an hour and a half. I have no idea. Maybe it's completely gone now. Let me just get rid of that screen altogether. Maybe that's the problem. Let me open up another screen. Let me see if it works over on another screen here. It's ProveX. Come on, ProveX, you can do it. Close that down, close that down, close that down. All right. No, well, it's not coming up on the other side either. So that's not cool. That's not cool. So let's go back to Richard Hart and let me know in the chat there if you guys are trying to open up and it's not opening up for you as well. That would be really helpful. That would be really helpful. I've gone for Liberty Swap accidentally. I'm supposed to go Richard Hart, right? Richard Hart. Richard Hart says, if I was streaming video right now, which I'm not, and I won't be till I've written some pages of text I've been putting off, maybe a day or two. What are these burning questions you have? There we go. So it looks like a stream's coming. And so the stream is going to supercharge the sacrifice process. So very cool. We're going to repost that. Will that guy get his 10 million hex back? Yeah, that's right. Space Auctions there. Big shout out to Space Auctions. Haven't seen him for a while. Stream confirmed. So it looks like that is going to be a mega there. So if I were streaming my video right now, which I am not, and won't be till I've written some pages of text I've been putting off, maybe a day or two. So not far away. So there we go. We're about to get a supercharge here. What are these burning questions you have? There we go. So that is out, guys. That is out. So it's all hell's going to break loose, guys. All hell is going to break loose. All right. It's going to be carnage. It's going to be carnage. Do we like carnage? I think we do. All right. I've lost it again. I lost Richard again. Richard, you're disappearing on me. All right. So there we are. That is Richard Hart, but we're trying to get the site up, right? So let me just go back down here, and we're going to try and open it up again from here, and wish us luck. Wish us luck, guys. Maybe going to a sub page would work better. I don't know. That's just not fair. It's just not fair. A good stress test. Yeah. I'm testing it myself, Valiant, the website as well. I'm just a dual meaning to that. So come on, ProveX. I'm going to go to the root parent address. Maybe I have to do that. Let's go to that. Let's tick that away. Bam. Let's see what happens at the home address. Louise says, I bought the dip. Well done. Well done to you on that. Well done. That's all we can say. That's a magical thing. was wondering why I had the sound so high on my broadcast. I'm not sure why that is. Come on, let's go, ProveX. It's a good thing Richard's going to be streaming because apparently I can't even get the ProveX website up and running. And it was at the beginning of the show. I'm just not sure why. I'm not an IT guru, so all I can think of is there's either something with my cache in the browser, or which doesn't seem likely because it's sort of rendering, or it's just too many people hitting the site and the server's having a dummy fit, which seems more likely. I don't know, but then again, who knows? Right, but Richard is streaming. He's going to be live streaming. In fact, I should go back to that, right? I should go back to. Oh, damn it! I even lost that now. No. Oh, what the fudge! This is the worst ever. It's not supposed to be this difficult, guys. It's not supposed to be that difficult. All right, let's actually requote this. Right, let's requote this. Looks like Richard Hart live stream is coming. Oh, it's coming in the next few days. Did I say few? Few days. All the spelling mistakes, eh? Next few days, live streaming. It's coming in the next few days. ProveX SAC going to get a rocket boost. Rocket boost. Let's get some emojis, guys. Let's get some emojis. Rockets. Let's get some rocket emojis. Rockets. All right. Did that work? It did. Looks like Richard Hart lives. No, lives. He lives, guys. Live streams. Live stream. Looks like Richard Hart live stream is coming. Live stream is coming. Looks like Richard Hart live stream is coming in the next few days. PulseSat going to get the rocket boost. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Boy, that was dramatic. All right, we got the sack up. Come on, sacrifice. I'm trying to get this up. I want to get at least one more update before I have to finish the show. We've got to get this in right. If you post the link, I will test it for you. All right. All right. Let's do that. It's a deal. Streaming from the exact poverty-looking house. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Monkey. Let me know what you mean. I'm not sure what that means. We got ProveX info. That is the site there for everyone who wants to jump on. And we got a recovery in the chart still. We've still got recovery in the cause. Let's have a look. Recovery in the cause. 26. We're recovering, guys. The chart is recovering. So we're at 26.3. We want to get 27. 27. It's almost like it never happened. Well, we're already sliding into 27, right? We already slid overnight, but it is recovering. Pump the charts, y'all. As they say in America, y'all pump the charts. Buy up the cheap things. Yeah, that is where we are right now. And ProveX is still not rendering. I really apologize for this, guys. I really have been trying my best. I was so keen to stream in this. It worked at the beginning. In fact, I refreshed it twice and it worked, but now it's having a dog's breakfast, so to speak. That's a terrible saying, I know, but Valen says, I burnt my burning questions already, says Valen. Yeah, that's true. All right, so let's go back to Louis Swap. So that's the big news from Richard. I think that's pretty cool about the streaming. That will also help with Pulse Chain as well, the Pulse Chain cause. You don't have to agree with everything Richard says or does or anything like that, but it's great having leadership in a community, right? Everyone loves a leader. Cardano has, what's the guy's name? Evidson, or his name is? What's his name? Jurgensen. What's a Cardano leader's name? Man, I'm just having a brain freeze right now today. It's terrible. Cardano, founder. Let's have a look at that. I have to get a little bit of help here. It's a cheat sheet today. You guys know I'm normally onto it, but Charles Hodgkinson, that's the one. Charles Hodgkinson. Normally I'm onto it, but today apparently it's not happening. Didn't RH lose his castle and watches streaming from some house or hotel with just kittens? Not that I'm aware of. The link failed, Superman. Yeah, I'm having problems too, so that's helpful. Maybe the server is just inundated. That seems to be the case. So I was wondering that, Valiant, maybe that's the case there. Maybe it's getting an attack as well, a DOS attack or something. I mean, he's probably got security. Maybe it's still getting, smashed. That's always possible too. Smash him, bro. But then maybe it's working for somebody else somewhere far away. Maybe it's working for Fast Abdul. Stop refreshing, Fast Abdul. He's going to get me now. It's going to get me. Fast Abdul's going to get me. He's going to track me down. Right, so ProveX, that's pretty much it. But we do have, a live stream coming from Richard. That's going to be generally good for Pulse Chain. That could be good. We'll see how the dump cycles up and down go. Because people with the US dollars go up, they're going to sell to get the sacrifice. This is we've got 15 days, particularly with the flat rate to face that $1 per 10,000 points, right? That's the flat rate there. Good points, says Valiant. Good points, yeah. Right. That's pretty much it. But, accumulating more money, if he does accumulate a lot of money, let me know in the chat there. Valiant, you've probably got a good idea. What do you think? How much money do you think he's going to get? I think it was 650 for Pulse. It was about 1.1 billion for PulseX. How much do you think will be raised? Now he's coming back live stream in particular for the sacrifice over a 60-day period. Let me know what your thoughts are there. Particularly the first 15, you're going to capture a lot. But, when that rate rises, a lot of people still go to sacrifice when the rate rises. They're like, oh, man, I better get in. So that's why it's designed that way, right? And then the whales compete with each other, right? So, yeah, we're still waiting for ProveX there. It's not doing a lot of love. So if it's not really my fault that the site's not really running, but I can't do anything about it. It's just the way it is. Yeah. I can talk about it like I am because I am talking about it. Let me know in the chat there, what do you guys think, or on X, how much money do you think is going to be raised over like the 60 days, and particularly over the first 2 days, I guess. Do you think it's going to be 20 million? Do you think it's going to be 50 million? Do you think it's going to be 100 million? Do you think it's going to be, I don't know, 250? I don't think it's going to be really big like we've seen in the previous time, because that was during the bull market and everyone was pretty rich on that. So I got a good one. We got Monkey Business there, $150. No, we're already above that, dude. It was already at 26,000 when we did our first refresh, so it can't be 150. I appreciate it though. But you might sacrifice. Valiance is 300 to 400 million. Boy, that's pretty bullish, dude. That's pretty bullish. Okay, I like it though. I like it. Should we do a poll? Have we got time? I'm pushing the time here, but let's do a quick poll, shall we? Let's go. How much do you? I got to make sure my spelling's right. Do you think will be sacrificed for ProveX? I guess I'll do the hash. ProveX, and then we'll check that out. How much do you think will be sacrificed for ProveX? And then we'll put in. Let me just mute myself for a moment. All right, so we'll put the mute back on there. Up to 50 mil, up to 100 mil. Got to do the up to, right? Because we don't really know. Up to 150 mil. Up to, I don't know, what do we reckon? 250 mil. And then finally, why not? Let's go all the way, guys. Up to 250 mil. Above 250 mil. Whatever. Above 250. Above 250 mil. What do you reckon? That could be anything, eh? Above 250 mil. We'll put that out for 1 day, and I think that's good. How much do you think? I think we'll be sacrificed for ProveX. Let's put that out and see what people say, guys. We'll check that out tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel. Let's do one more refresh for Prove. I'm really liking that number, Valiant. If it gets to that, that'd be impressive, dude. That'd be impressive. Yes, millions, not billions. Did I put million? Hopefully I put million. We got the refresh, guys. So what did I put my poll? I better be right. Hopefully I had millions. Did I have millions? 50 mil, 100 mil, 250 mil, 250 mil. Thank goodness for that. You had me frightened there for a moment. You had me frightened there. Oh, did you say 400 billion? Oh yeah, millions. I read it as millions, didn't I? Though, didn't I? I'm pretty sure. That's hilarious, dude. So anyway, we've got the poll up and running, guys. Go and smash that poll on the old X account there. And we've got the Prove site back up, guys. Woohoo! It looks like it's coming. I'm going to go to the dashboard here. Let's go over there. It looks like it's rendering. Thank goodness for that. We've got the pulse chain calls. Let's do one more refresh here because I will have to wrap up in about 2 minutes or so. So we're almost fully recovered here, 2660. We're down 11%. So that's good. I'm going to crash out of that now. In terms of the best performers, we've still got a few in place there. Grimace Ink token there really powering back, so some real strength. BTC the Greys, interesting. The ones that have fought back there. A Troper, Hex is on the back, push back up. You got Peacock back almost at 14 cents, 16%. Sparta as well. Saw some mini meal still down there at the moment, but bounces with the buy and burn. Who's not bouncing back? Who's not bouncing back, guys? Who's on the hourly? UFO, world's greatest pedo printer. They're not really bouncing back. 6 hours. Well, that doesn't really matter. 6 hours it's really the hour that kind of matters. So that is some of the highlights there. Hex there coming back, as I said to you, it needs to come back by 2/3 or so. It needs to start tracking back. Hopefully it will even have a strong rebound, but it is going to probably be choppy moving ahead there. It says Valiant. Yeah. All right, so let's go to ProveX there. Come on, ProveX, man. We almost got you back. Damn you, ProveX. ProveX, come on. So much on. Hey, we've got some early votes, guys. Up to 15 mil. We got 50%. We got 250 mil or more, over 50%. We got 4 votes. Let's hope we get 1 million votes. That will Richard Hart will be happy about that. 1 million votes. Damn this site, man. Come on. We got the website there so that you can sacrifice there, and it's prove.info, ProveX.info, I should say. Make sure you don't Google it, right? Don't Google. Just get it from Richard Hart's post, right? Go to Richard Hart on X and get the X post there. Don't Google. Don't Google Googles. There's lots of little evil, nasty people out there trying to scam you, so be careful. Don't search anything without try to go to the official sites first, and the usual thing. All right, I'm really apologizing that we haven't been able to get this site rendering. We do apologize for that, and hopefully tomorrow when I cover it, it will be a lot better. But I did put a post out early on, and that was pretty cool. And we did put a post out about the sacrifice level, and it was after about an hour and 15 minutes, it was $8,300. Then when I did the live stream, so it was about an hour and 45 minutes in, I think it was 26,000. So that was the place, and there'd been 194 sacrifices, so pretty small sacrifices, but it increased quite a bit there. So we'll see what it ends up being here, but it's not rendering right now, so I do apologize for the lack of rendering. Yeah, that's well said, Valiant. Well said. All right, so not ideal, but charts are recovering. We'll see how far where they can hold up. Richard Hart's going to be streaming in the next few days. Liberty Swap got tested. A lesson for Liberty Swap. Even they do an amazing job, Liberty Swap. But the bridge, official bridge, because they have to fund their pools, right? They do on-chain to on-chain, but they have to fund the pools, and they got caught out by that bridge and the gas prices as well. Interesting times, but I'm sure they'll take note of that. Now, if they had $10 million on each side, they'd probably be fine there. So they've got some sponsors. They might have to call their sponsors up. Hey, Elon, we need to increase the liquidity. A couple $100 grand's not enough. We need to hit the 7 figures and stuff like that, or whatever, 6 figures. So that is where they are. They seem to have quieted down now. They seem to have cleared the backlog for those that are buying. So LibertySwap.finance, they're the best. Check them out, and you can pick up some Peacock on the way. All right, let's see. Oh, we got some numbers. We got the leaderboard pop back up. That leaderboard's going to take a little while to render, I think, but the site is slowly rendering. I just wanted to have that last render, work before I had to finish the live stream. But it is an hour and 10 minutes coming up. We'll give it a few more minutes, see whether it will render, and we can get a final result here, or at least final for the show. And I will cover it tomorrow. Hopefully they'll beef up the server if that's the issue. Probably is. And then the server will be up and running. And if any case, go ask Fast Abdul. Say Superman sent me to ask you why you kept refreshing so much and that you were stopping the rest of us from rendering the website. And he will tell you. I don't know what he will say, but it'll be funny. All right, so that's kind of where we are. And as somebody would say, stay fully pegged. Stay fully pegged. All right, let's do one more final check of Richard Hart. Let's see. Where's the gone? Where's Richard Hart gone? One more check of Richard Hart here. That was it. So he's got a stream coming, maybe in a day or two. That is going to cause quite the stir. Not just for the ProveX sacrifice, but for Pulse Chain as well. It'll be pretty interesting how that. Now, how many people will he get to view? Will he be 50,000 people watching? It's going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty big. Let's check out the poll quickly. We've got 5 votes so far. Go have a vote in the poll. We've got 60-40 at the moment, so 50 mil is in the camp there at the moment on that votes. And we still don't have a full render, and I do apologize for that. That is unacceptable, but it is what it is. I'll do one more refresh. This is my final refresh, guys, and then we're going to have to wrap up the show, and I apologize for the lack of website. We need not only privacy, but we need proof of website, proof of proof. We need proof of proof. I know Mike Means is going to take that. He's going to take that. Proof of proof. We need proof of proof. But that is it is what it is. I apologize. It's terrible. Live streaming without it is terrible. At least I added it at the beginning, but now it's just not coming up. All right. On that note, I think I better end. I tried my best. I spent an hour and 12 minutes. We started off well at the beginning, but we hashtag failed towards the end. Well, probably 80% of the show. But we did check up. Libby Swap is back up. The coins are recovering. The sacrifice is continuing somewhere out there. And Richard Hart is going to be streaming in the next few days. So those come with the key takeaways there, guys. Yeah, there are a couple of strategies people can do. They can sacrifice. They can do 50-50. They can sacrifice and buy Richard cores. They can just hodl on their Richard cores and let everyone else sacrifice. There's lots of different things they can do. They can wait to sacrifice for the US for a rally in November. November rallies, then you're going to have better US dollars and you'll get more points. You got 3 weeks to do that. So yeah, so 3 weeks is a bit of a time. Not a lot of time, but it's a bit of time. And that's where we are. All right, let me do one more refresh. I said I was going to do none, but I had to do one more. Look at it, it's still almost there, right? It's almost there, but it's not there. It's so annoying. All right, that's it. I got to finish. I can't go forever refreshing. Hey, did you see Superman's refreshing show? It was awesome. He refreshed so many times. It was unbelievable. Next minute, there'll be a token called refresh. There'll be ads out there. And Mike, just ask Mike Means. He'll be putting ads out about refreshing. It'll be like all these women refreshed underneath some water and some Amazon River shower or something like that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll try and do better tomorrow. Take care, everybody. And yeah, ProveX is live, guys. And it's going to be fun ride for the next 3 weeks and 60 days. So yeah, welcome to Pulse Chain. Welcome to Pulse Chain. All right, take care, everybody. And I really appreciate all the comments. You guys have been a great crowd, especially some of the people making comments there. Appreciate all those comments. And many thanks indeed. All right, take care, guys. Prove it. ProveX is actually a website. All right, bye. I got a rug pull myself. See ya.